Ban pensuk di kalit kawan ki pat ba bat kinong jong kai perthei haba ki dan kam ban wai kali baro shisngi ban let kai ni let che Guwahati airport usamla Allan Lyngdoh ulashna ka way ka online booking ka bam dan kam ban download ya ki app hendrai tang da ka ba shu WhatsApp hau number ki passenger kilala ban yo ya ki kali wai ban let kat shaba ki kwa la ai gerteng da ka go kem Shillong WhatsApp chatbot taxi service daga bapundan kam ya kani ka app kitra kali ki yo ki lat kamai kaji bat kalong kabasngan na kabanta ki tu ki bawai kali da kani ka bun ulayat hu ki don santli ki kan hon nya kali ki bala pen ya so ha kani ka app ki bakan thop ya ka all Shillong Tourist Taxi Driver Unit Organization ka Khasi Hills Tourist Taxi Association ka Meghalaya Tourist Transport Association ka Nyautra Tourist Taxi Association but ka all Khasi Meghalaya Tourist Taxi Association ula ongru ban booking kali pendan kam da uni number khandai pra handriu lai pra ar saw ar pra
which is a travel company which I operate. I'm the sole proprietor of this company. So basically GoCam is actually a WhatsApp platform where people can book a taxi, okay, which means that we're catering to sectors like the fixed airports, railway stations, and also the intercity between Guwahati and Shillong. And we also have an option where people can hire the vehicles on full rental basis itself, okay, which means that for sightseeing for tourists and for locals itself. Right? And the way it works is that it's a chatbot where people can actually select the options that they want to, whether it's airport, railways, and airports we're catering to Guwahati Airport as well as the Umrah Airport. And these are back and forth between Shillong, Guwahati, Guwahati and Shillong. And then you have the option also where they can select the date, whether it's today, tomorrow, or this week itself. And then within the flow of the message, they have the time slot. So again, with the time slot, you can select whichever you want. So now these messages are actually circulated to the drivers. And the drivers will independently select and choose whether to accept or decline the ride. Okay. So now the big thing that we've done out here is that this has become like a centralized platform where drivers don't need to spend too much time on the waiting on these taxi stands. It will help them so much more. Okay, so that even whether they're at home, they're anywhere else, you can always capture the ride. Whether they're traveling somewhere else, also they can still capture the ride. Because we have so much requests in the sense that the request can come in many forms. It's either today, tomorrow, this week, or next month. So it's a huge thing that a driver can commit to a particular passenger. And another big thing that we've done out here is that now we're on a platform on like an app, which is on WhatsApp. Now WhatsApp is a very familiar technology for everyone. It's not a standalone app. That really helps out for the drivers actually. Because that's technology, which means that a lot of people to learn again. It's a huge stumbling block for them. With WhatsApp, it becomes so easy for them. All they have to do is just write hello GoCam and the rest is taken care of. So for the drivers, we have something that you may have noticed. We have an option that says drivers only. For drivers, it's very simple. We've made in such a way that they can onboard. It's a simple form. They enter their name, their number, and the association where they belong to, and also which vehicle that they're driving, along with the vehicle registration number. We are tying up right now with the association because we're hoping that this security and the accountability and reliability, people will feel secure, feel much more confident in that way, as opposed to going independently with different drivers. And this means now we're beyond the taxi association, because if anything happens, then the association will take responsibility and accountability for that issue. God forbid, hope nothing happens that way. And we also have something called report an issue. Report an issue is when there's some kind of an issue of any sort. It could be from the driver's side or it could be from the passenger's side. So this helps us to trace anything that goes in this simple format that we've built at this particular phase right now. This is the first release that we've done right now. It's simple, it's basic, it's functional. And it also gives us an opportunity to also try and capture people from outside the state, if they do come to Shillong. But what we're focusing right now is our own people, our own local needs from people from Shillong, people who want to go to the airport, people who want to go to the railway station. We want to build that brand so strong that people from outside, they'll hear about GoCam, saying, hey, the local people use it. If the local people are using it, that's kind of a security and surety that they can be trusted. So building that brand with our people will just bring out much more bigger usage and much more tourists will actually use GoCam. And hoping that this will actually create more rides for the other taxi drivers as well. And being, again, like an app, now the rates on the platform are actually decided by the Taxi Association, which is a uniform standard rate. You're not paying more or less. The only time you're paying more is probably that your location of pickup or destination where you drop is outside the kilometers that have been defined. So those you would have to talk to the driver specifically for that. And these are all standard rates as well. Apart from that, again, this is a no app. This is purely conversational. Everything, all you have to do is just scan the QR code and start your booking. Or if you're a driver from an association, you start onboarding with the platform. And then the conversation will start. Even if the spelling is incorrect, it'll tell you type exactly what you have to do.
So before that, you have to save this WhatsApp number.
Yeah, they have to save this WhatsApp number. They can save it, I mean, because sometimes people, like for local residents, you would need the app more frequently. But for an outsider, right, for a tourist, all you have to do is scan. You don't even need to save now, really. And you can always go, for more information, we have on the website called gocam.in. It's written here, www.gocam.in. You have all the information there. There's an FAQ section as well. So you know exactly what to expect from the app.
Why the name GoCam?
Well, it has to be short, catchy, right? Go is like an English word, and cam is a Khasi word. Cam means catch, and we say cam taxi. So go cam is just like infusing board, you know, modern in some kind.
Yeah, this your company is Happy Fleet.
Happy Fleet Bespoke Tours.
Okay, this is a newly launched.
Happy Fleet Bespoke Tours has been there for the past 4-5 years. It's registered with the tourism department in Shillong, and it's also a member of TOM and also with our MRT.
What about
For the tourist taxi, this is the first version, right? If this goes all well, then we can move into much more small things, much more smaller services, in fact, within the local taxi as well.
since you have been operating now?
To build this, this has been just a self process actually. I've built it, I've designed it, I've done everything. Now the cost of that is just like so minimal. It is so minimal, but the working hours of it has been 5 months. 5 months of working like endless hours. Now if you build that per hour at the actual cost of the developer, that's like, my God, it's like lakhs and lakhs of rupees. Right? Now if the local taxi is saying, why is this, right? You need capital, sir. Right? So if this works well, right, if there's more capital coming in, right, there's investors into it, right, then I can build much more. You can scale it to much more. Right? There's so many things. Right now it's a full hire taxi, sir. Eventually it will be like on per passenger seat as well. But we have a lot of people who cannot rent on a full hire seat. Going 2,500 is the minimum cost by your desire. It's still a lot, sir. But getting on sharing taxi, that's where we kind of capitalize.
So now it is full.
Now it's a full hire, sir.
Book the whole.
Yeah, now it's a full hire. This first version is a full hire, sir.